It looked like it's happening. Angel Reese is asking out of Chicago already.
Angel Reese officially puts the Chicago Sky on notice. We're not doing the same thing this offseason that we did last offseason. Stop bringing me bums to play with.
Angel Reese recently spoke with the Chicago Tribune and made it very clear she's not willing to settle for the same kind of season the Sky just endured. She openly demanded that Chicago bring in the best players in the league to surround her. At first, that sounds bold and ambitious, almost like a franchise cornerstone taking a stand. But here's the twist. Reese is currently leading the league in turnovers despite missing weeks of action, and she still struggles to consistently finish even the simplest of layups. Her play has gotten so sloppy that she just picked up a suspension. Reese may have called for a complete overhaul of her teammates, but the irony is that it might be her that the Sky need to move on from. So now the real question becomes, has Angel Reese revealed herself as one of the biggest hoaxes in WNBA history? Because one thing is certain, she's definitely no Caitlin Clark. Let us know down in the comments if you're riding with Clark, the baby goat, or Reese, the baby giraffe. Buckle up, this one's wild. Reese has been sending a clear message to her front office: stop bringing me mid-level players. I want only the best. I want the upper echelon of talent. Her frustration is obvious. She's tired of losing, tired of feeling like the gum stuck to the bottom of the league's shoe, and her patience with the Chicago Sky has run thin. From the way she's been talking, it looks less like she's invested in building the team and more like she's looking for a way out altogether. Think about how absurd this is. Imagine demanding that your teammates be replaced, only to be in danger of becoming the very player your own franchise is ready to cut ties with. That's the exact mess Angel Reese created for herself with her remarks to the Tribune. And let's be clear, she didn't sugarcoat a single thing. Reese flat out declared she wasn't going to settle for the same situation next season. She doubled down by insisting that securing great players was non-negotiable for her future in Chicago. Her words didn't sound like those of a franchise cornerstone committed to growing with her team. Instead, she came across like someone ready to blow up the roster for her own benefit, almost bratty in tone, dismissing her teammates on record for the world to hear. The line was sharp and direct: I'm not settling for the same thing we did this year. Reese told the Tribune, we have to get good players. We have to get great players. That's non-negotiable for me. I'm willing and wanting to play with the best, and however I can help to get the best here, that's what I'm going to do this off-season. So, it's going to be very, very important this off-season to make sure we attract the best of the best, because we can't settle for what we had this year. Overhaul this roster. Those words weren't vague, they were a direct call to scrap and rebuild. The backlash was immediate. That interview didn't just ruffle a few feathers, it reportedly infuriated her teammates and even veterans across the league. Multiple reports revealed that the fallout was so bad a full-on locker room sit-down had to be organized just to address the chaos her comments caused. That kind of meeting isn't the sign of a healthy team, that's damage control. Imagine being so unproven in your career that one interview forces your entire team into an emergency meeting just to deal with your mouth. That's not leadership, that's dysfunction. According to multiple league sources speaking with Front Office Sports, the entire team saw Reese's comments, and many were deeply unhappy with her direct attacks. Players made it clear they were going to confront her about it head-on in that meeting. Among all the remarks she made, one of the ugliest jabs was pointed directly at Courtney Vandersloot. Now keep in mind, Vandersloot wasn't even playing this season, she was sidelined with a torn ACL. Yet Reese brushed her aside with dismissive language, essentially implying that Vandersloot was too old to be part of the Sky's present or future. That comment stung on a whole other level because Vandersloot isn't just any player, she's a two-time WNBA champion, a five-time All-Star, and one of the greatest point guards the league has ever seen. She's a respected veteran with a championship pedigree, a proven leader, and one of the best court generals in basketball. For Reese to carelessly toss her aside didn't just insult Vandersloot, it alienated veterans all across the league who know exactly how much respect she deserves. Reese's words cut straight to the bone: we can't rely on Courtney to come back at that age that she's at. I know she'll be a great asset for us, but we can't rely on that. We need someone probably a little younger with some experience, somebody who's been playing the game and is willing to compete for a championship and has done it before. That wasn't just blunt, that was dismissive. And here's the kicker, Courtney Vandersloot literally left a championship-caliber team, the New York Liberty, to come and help Chicago. And instead of gratitude, she got disrespect. The irony couldn't be louder. But here's where the whole story flips. The Chicago front office had already gone out of its way to build around Reese. Don't forget, the team traded away Sonia Citron, a player who was in the thick of the Rookie of the Year race and even earned an All-Star nod in her very first season, just to bring in Ariel Atkins. That move was supposed to give Reese exactly what she had been asking for, established championship-level talent to win now. And instead of appreciation, Reese continued to act like the roster was beneath her. You can't complain about the front office not trying when they've already sacrificed a potential franchise cornerstone to accommodate you. And it didn't stop there. Reports surfaced that Reese also didn't believe teammates like Rachel Banham or Hailey Van Lith had what it takes to lead the Sky into the playoffs. Keep in mind, Ariel Atkins, the guard they already traded for, brings real championship experience from her time with the Washington Mystics. The Sky's coaching staff had to publicly acknowledge Reese's comments, admitting, "We are aware of it, and we are addressing it." This entire situation would have been messy enough if Reese had only targeted veterans. But she went further, even shading her younger teammates, implying the roster as a whole was either too old, too mid, or too soft. And that's when the full-scale locker room fracture took hold. Veterans felt insulted. Younger players felt disrespected. And suddenly the one person uniting the locker room wasn't a leader, it was their shared frustration with Angel Reese. The backlash she created ended up turning inward, with all fingers pointing at her as the problem. She wanted a rallying cry for greatness, but instead, she became the common enemy. Reese added fuel to the fire by saying, "We need great players, and I don't know what that will attract that. Maybe the practice facility will attract that. We'll see. But I think the priority is being able to convince free agents that this is an organization going in the right direction. I think honestly it would be a leap of faith for a great player to come here and show that this is something they want to be a part of, and we can bring that championship mentality." Think about that for a second. She called it a leap of faith for any star to even consider signing with Chicago, while she herself was one of the biggest reasons for the team's dysfunction.